She had her own money. She was the first sculptor to use aluminum as her medium. If any of you have seen the Fighting Stallions at front of Brookgreen, that is one of her pieces. That's aluminum. So that it looks kind of pewter-like. And many years ago, we have a sculpture conservator that works with Brookgreen, and he decided it was time to clean that piece. And he went out front and spent, weeks cleaning it. And when he did, it looked like sterling silver on Thanksgiving. It was just shiny and bright. And the people around here called and rang the phone off the wall because they said, "What have you done to Anna's sculpture?" They must have thought we went out there with silver spray paint. I don't know what they thought. But we had to calm them all down and say, "Don't worry, it's just been cleaned. It will patina back down and look more like pewter," which of course it did. But okay, you just walked in this person's office. That was Archer's secretary. So she was part of that staff that came down here, every year. You'll see a lot of doors around here in the closet because, once again, think about the time period. If you forgot to bring something, you couldn't run down the street to Walmart and go get it. You had to bring it things and store it, and even food. Wasn't easy to go out and just buy something. So there's a lot of closets around here. This is Archer's study. This is where I like to tell you a little bit more about the man himself. He was the son of Collis Huntington and Arabella Huntington. And he was a very rich man. He was the only child. And he did use his money well. He opened a lot of museums. They said at one time that everywhere he put his foot down, the museums sprung up. Pretty true. Collis Huntington, his father, owned the Southern Pacific Railroad, the Central Pacific Railroad, Newport News Shipyard, iron factory in West Virginia. And when you see that Huntington name out in California, it's the same family. Yeah, same people. So they're all out there and then up in New England as well. No, they didn't. They could have had some big blowout, but no, they didn't. No one even knew they got married. They got married in a sculptor friend of Anna's studio, just to stand up in front of the justice of the peace and maybe a couple of friends for witnesses, and that was their wedding. Well, no one knew they got married until they were setting their ducks in a row to go on their honeymoon. And then they're like, you're going where? What? So that's how people found out that they had gotten married. Now, Anna was 47 years old and Archer was 53. So, no children. Anna was funny. She made him propose to her 3 times. And I think he got sick and she was nursing him back to health the 3rd time. And he did it again while he was looking pitiful. The reason being, remember the older sister that she always wrote letters to? She had been a sculptor. Well, when she got married, what happened? She gave up her art. We always got to go back in our head to the time period. Back then, it was odd that a woman was a sculptor to begin with. And then when you got married, you were expected to give up whatever nonsense you were up to and become a wife and a mother. Had a side gig other than just being a sculptor. She loved dogs, as I told you, and loved horses. She was always concerned that maybe she wasn't getting enough fresh air and exercise, and with tuberculosis, they really wanted you out and about. Another letter home to Anna's older sister, she liked to write her a lot. She made the comment, "Wait till Sears and Roebuck gets my order." What do you think she was ordering from Sears and Roebuck? She was ordering shoes for all the children.
Oh my goodness, that's hard.
You know, you think about it. You're farming, you're living out here, maybe it's just fishing, trying to make ends meet.
Yep.
Kids' feet keep changing size as they grow.
Yep.
You can't afford to keep putting shoes on their feet like you do nowadays. So if the parents had shoes, they were lucky. And so the children tended to be barefoot. So she bought shoes of all sizes to fit the children. And I'm sure they passed them down and traded them around if there was anything left of them. And there was a story that Archer one day walked out when everyone was working, and he noticed a man with no shoes working for him. He had big feet too. I'm sure Archer's like the other age. And he went up to him and he said, "I'm so sorry, you can't work for me with no shoes. It's just not safe." So you can imagine this poor man was thinking, "Oh my God, I got a family at home and I'm losing my job." And he came in, got a pair of his boots and socks, walked back out there and said, "Okay, now you can work for me." So that was the sort of people Anna and Archer were. They made sure there were schools here, medical attention. They used to meet at the old kitchen at Brookgreen. They had a doctor and a nurse come in. And so these people could get some medical attention. Made sure there was a church. It's out on the highway now. It used to be on Brookgreen property. It's called Holy Cross Faith Memorial and Episcopal Church. And schools, I think I said that for the kids. So they made sure they took care of the people in this area. They didn't just come here to build a garden and build Atalaya and then beat feet off up north again.
Thank you for watching our video. Please remember to like, share, leave a comment, and subscribe. It really helps us grow the channel. Also, if you're looking for more history-related content, then we invite you to head over to our website, americasbesthistory.com.